Today we're going to be talking about how to create an effective routine, stress management per se, that will help with someone to deal with stress. All right? Stress is very commonly known as something that can be negative. It also has some of its positives for those set of people. But 9 times out of 10, we can agree that stress is a very, very bad thing. All right? Stress can be, according to Paul Sagan, stress is something that affects the body both internally and externally in a very, very negative way. All right. This can lead to someone having a mental breakdown, someone having a psychotic break, some health factors, anything like that. You can be stressed out and automatically start eating. All right. You can stress eat. You can lose a lot of weight, not even by working out, just by being affected by stress. All right. Stress is commonly known to really affect people's lives in a very, very, very negative way. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the stress management techniques per se, just one, and that is making a schedule, building a routine to help deal with that stress. All right. Now, the best thing to do when creating a routine and a schedule is to, most importantly, get yourself a book, a planner, a calendar. If you want it to be on your phone, you can do that. If you wanted to send you email alerts, anything like that, as a calendar or a planner, whatever you can, anything like that will help. I find it most effective to use this as a hard copy, so that way I can look for it later. So that way I'm not scrounging through my phone, something can happen to my phone, anything like that. All right. So for many people, it's very, very effective to do it this way. All right. So one of the main things you're going to want to do is to set out a date throughout the week that you're going to sit down and actually make your routine, your schedule for that week. I find it most effective to, do it either Saturday morning or Saturday night or Sunday morning. I usually do it within those 3 time periods because that's when I'm really not doing anything. All right. So what I do is that I prioritize my 3 most important things, which are school, which are work, and which are family personal time. All right. Most people will find that the most important things to them are taking care of their kids, mom and dad having to budget that, just balance that out back and forth, going to work, and sometimes just having to, manage a budget, something like that stresses them out, that they really don't want to have to worry about. That's something that's great to build a routine for, even though that's something that doesn't necessarily fit the criteria of overall stress, which it can be stressful. So without those 3, a lot of people don't find it effective to make this routine. I find it effective to balance out the 3 most important things. So what I do is that I set aside Sunday morning. I go on ahead and I tell myself Monday through next Sunday, the exact time that I'm going to be sitting here and taking care of this, writing out my routine, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. I set aside time for work, time for school, and time to take care of mind, body, spirit. All right? When I prioritize those things, I always make sure my family knows exactly what it is that I'm going to be doing. That's when I set aside personal family time, so that way no one is coming through and, oh no, can you take me here? Can you take me there? Can you do this for me? All right. School, I go on ahead, list out times that I'm going to be doing my schoolwork. All right. When I go to work, I go on ahead and I fit my schedule around work time, because the job that I work at, they don't necessarily fit that. All right. And then the most important thing that I find that is very, very true when making this routine is being disciplined enough to stick to it. When you're going to go do your schoolwork, don't lollygag, between 3 and 5 when you have to do your schoolwork. All right? Don't chicken out on that workout that you have to do. All right? Just go on ahead and list that routine out. Make sure it's effective for you. Keep track of it, and also, most importantly, be disciplined about it. All right? Mind, body, spirit, just effective routines for you. You can exercise, meditate again, mind, body, spirit, listen to music. You can take a nap to help deal with stress. You can play with your pet, anything like that. That helps you with dealing with these stresses. All right, stress, depending on how we as a person react to it, can be very detrimental. In many cases, it is, because that's when we start to get overwhelmed. That's when we start to let it, get to us. Especially during this current time, during this current pandemic, we are struggling with being able to handle stress. We are being overwhelmed, and I find it that getting up every single morning and having a routine, having something to do, takes your mind off of that, so that way you can focus on getting your work done for that day. Keep daily goals, keep track of what your progress and how you're doing this, how you're doing that, and it will help you to deal with stress. I find this is the most effective way for me as a student, as someone who works 2 jobs and who also has to worry about family. I find it very, very effective in being able to manage my stress, right? Now, this may not work for everybody, but this is very, very effective for someone who is going to be disciplined about it, all right?